What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Tyrell, back in the building, man. Man, listen, man. We got another artist. Once again, there's a new artist on the channel, man. He goes by Locksmith, right? So, he doing a freestyle. So, we gonna get it to it, man. Apparently, he did a freestyle on Shade 45. If y'all don't know, well, as a matter of fact, if you know, you know. I ain't gonna go into explaining what that is. But anyway, man, listen. Before we get into this video, man, I just want to say, man, listen, we almost at 1K, man. We on the road to 1K. We right there. So if you new to the channel, it's your first time seeing me, I want to say, man, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe and join the family. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and see what Locksmith got to talk about, man.
It's always an honor when Locksmith comes in this bit.
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping, man. I ain't even put this to full screen. I'm tripping. My bad.
And I'm gonna let y'all see right now who's who.
Let's do it.
Microphone. Drop that beat, Torch. Drop the.
Yeah.
Oh shit. He went there.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get into this though, hey, I can tell he probably from up north. Just that look. Now I ain't trying to judge him, but like he kind of look like he from up north, and he look like he real lyrical. So we're gonna have to listen to what he got to say though.
Look. Check it out. Look. No big homie, no corporation. No diss, only my motivation. I notice most of them go with waves in. I go against the current, I currently feeling caged in.
He said I go against the current, and I'm currently feeling caged in. Y'all heard that? That boy, hey, that boy talking that talk.
Most of them go with waves in. I go against the current, I currently feeling caged in. Raised in a city, civility's disability. This umbilical cord is the discontent for humility. Silly rapping, you privileged, lying who you pretend to be. I disconnect from your witherspoon like Ryan Phillippe. Philip is web browser with lead showers and minstrels. Nocturnal journals of unnurtured potential. Essential tools when exploiting the black youth. Multiracial pickaninnies they pick as a substitute. Suck the truth from the culture, leave you a hollow shell. Fuck an album, algorithms with ad agency sale. 2004 placement, 500 in your statement from a playlist. That type of math is not adjacent. We chasing after the dreams that we only appear to know. Birds never change feathers, they weather but clearly don't. You want advice? Well, here's a quote. A bitch nigga's a bitch nigga right now or 10 years ago. Karma don't expire in pride of popular opinion. I'm rising above the minions, my eyes have reluctant vision. I look away from your negative trenches. Niggas smile in real life but act petty in mentions. This is Dred Scott, nappy dreadlock, skullduggery, bipedal mechanics and fire discovery. This is 1934 Detroit master for fraud. This is slave owners teaching slaves master is God.
Hold on, man. Hey, we gonna need a second to calm down for a little bit, man. It's getting a little too hot in here, man. It's getting a little too hot. All this heat, man. He out here spitting, man. Listen, man. Once again, man, he got to be from New York, man. If he not from New York, he got to be somewhere up north, whether Philadelphia. I don't know where it's at, man. But y'all let me know. But he got to be somewhere from up north, cause you could tell them up northern rappers though. You could definitely tell, man. They very lyrical.
This is Malcolm bowing in Mecca, drinking from Zamzam. Machiavellian hellions hailing our own plan. The neighborhood does not condone false prophets roam. Mr. Rogers the Roger Stone, watching drones fly over religious schools and comb. Back home we all clones, we follow what they presume. We cater what they consume in costume. Get some money and hop out your cocoon like a coon. I assume you got...
He said get some money and hop out your cocoon like a coon. Come on, man. Stop playing with this, man.
The neighborhood does not condone false prophets roam. Mr. Rogers the Roger Stone, watching drones fly over religious schools and comb. Back home we all clones, we follow what they presume. We cater what they consume in costume. Get some money and hop out your cocoon like a coon. I assume you got the memo assembled to be affected. Young niggas feel disconnect, old niggas feel disrespected. This affects the nervous system, essentially kills us all. Pushing poetic poison, fictional fentanyl. Heard a bunch of y'all rapping, fronting like Dawn captains, throwing money around and stunting in y'all caption. Said he was set to kill, really just false acting. You call it a record deal, I call it Uncle Tom's cabin. Bragging and fucking thoughts, gaskets you must have bought. 500,000 views and half of them Russian bots. Half of the buzz you got, stolen from his connections. The other half, controlling people's perception. Deception is like infection, it's lying beneath the skin. I'm trying to keep a grin, the virus is steeped in sin. Set a flame to the game.
What did he say about the virus? Hold on.
The other half, controlling people's perception. Deception is like infection, it's lying beneath the skin. I'm trying to keep a grin, the virus is steeped in sin. Set a flame to the game and murder you post fire. I hate that nigga, but I admire his ghostwriter. I'm the sole proprietor.
Who he talking about? Who got a ghostwriter? Hold on, man. You gotta really listen to this dude, man. Listen, he talking that talk like he be throwing slick shots. But it don't be direct. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like he looking over here, but he, you know what I mean? But he throwing that punch over here, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to this, man.
Beneath the skin, I'm trying to keep a grin. The virus is steeped in sin. Set a flame to the game and murder you post fire. I hate that nigga, but I admire his ghostwriter. I'm the sole proprietor, prime my way in the system. Criticize my game plan, but ask later for assistance. Persistent, but you did judge. If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. But I'm sick of pretend love. I'm sick of the fake industry puppets tangling strings, dangling dreams, dangerous themes y'all promoting. I wouldn't give you the Heimlich if you was choking. I'm the chosen designated distributor.
You wouldn't get that news choking? That man cold. Cold-blooded, man.
With me, but I'm sick of pretend love. I'm sick of the fake industry puppets tangling strings, dangling dreams, dangerous themes y'all promoting. I wouldn't give you the Heimlich if you was choking. I'm the chosen designated distributor and dismemberer. You said you rep the culture, but we don't believe you. You said you was a broker, so we don't impede you. Some niggas are so desperate for exposure, they just roll over and lower the standard we should heed to. We worship at the feet of these icons in the hopes to be anointed. When you meet them in person, you're disappointed. I'm pointing out the flaws in the pecking order. Respect's in order. Expect a quarter of success when they suppress was brought up. I saw him, Lord, what we seek is the peak. Whack niggas from 2010 we now see as elite. A mirage, I know it sounds quite odd, but Lil Xan makes Gucci Man sound like Nas. Lean with it, rock with it, I just spit it how Pac did it. The bay is in my blood, but I'm not a blood, so stop with it. I'm a lyricist, this is not a gimmick. I remember nights, empty stomachs, and nothing but knots in it. Please don't compare me to...
Hey, that's how you know you came from the struggle, man. Man, you go to sleep, your stomach is just like empty. You know what I mean? It's so empty there, bro. Like he said, you got knots in your thing, man. Listen, man. Not everybody from the struggle, man. But if you really from the struggle, man, hey, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. You can't fake it though.
The other rappers you rock with, yeah, he's got a flow, but he's sorta iffy with content. Me, there's no if, whys, or maybes. I would teach a class, smash your bitch, and then baptize your baby. Maybe you deserve to be weeded out. And please don't blame it on the trees and claim later you was weeded out. I'm weaving in and out the flow like a seamstress. You reap what you sow, and I thread the needle, extinguish out the spark that you've been burning for clout. Disperse from your spout, and every word you slur from your mouth. As far as bars, I've been serving them out. I deserve an amount of respect. Fuck you and your burner account. You see, the people in your circle are the first ones to hurt you. They feed your insecurities and downplay your virtues.
Bruh, listen to this man. He giving out life lessons. Real talk. Listen to this man.
As far as bars, I've been serving them out. I deserve an amount of respect. Fuck you and your burner account. You see, the people in your circle are the first ones to hurt you. They feed your insecurities and downplay your virtues. But I'm virtually unstoppable, stopping over your obstacles. Your optical receptors are intercepted with lots to prove. I'm the truth, I'm the fact of religion. I'm the reason niggas crumble up they raps when they listen. I'm the reason niggas humble up they act when he's mentioned. When they meet me in person and purposely practice submission. The fact that he's missing is just due to circumstance. And bad timing combined in purpose of pertinent stance. Assertive serpents that circle around my sermon's glance. Minute I smell they venom, circumvent to a certain task. I smirk and laugh at your outburst, who you cursing at? Your outcomes coming out worse and you worse at rap. Whoa. I used to clap for these niggas, now I reverse the stats. Every album out, I was counted out and emerged from that. Concepts, metaphors, lyrics, production. I mastered my position, addition out of reduction. They asked for my detention, essentially out of assumption. Cause I ain't begging no artist for nothing. I'm cuffing my scrotum sack in the coldest sack, the coldest cat. I noticed that you overcompensate for your bogus tats. You know you act. You know you actually act out for attention. Cause your music doesn't get it. Your whole image is scripted. If I cannot do it.
Yo, he talking about somebody. Let me know who he talking about. Cause he got somebody in mind that he be talking about, man. Let me know.
It cannot be done. I made a test of DNA. That is not my son. I'm not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Not your hip hop homie or your industry brethren. My paragraphs are paragraphs, apparent math solutions that only my parents grasp. Took me past minutia. The past is nuisance. Every rap that I spat was a crack in the very fabric he's passing out to enact confusion. The act of using more rallies to boost morale and lose morality, skews mortality and huge totality. Who's to blame for me toe tagging these rappers that you mystify? Justify whack but claiming it's a vibe. This is why we shouldn't dignify degenerates. Disingenuous lyrics that only serve or assist a lie. I found a cyst in the system, essentially tried to attempt and pry open a small gap you had meant to hide. I found immense pleasure and gratification in grabbing what's sacred and staking my claim to you wince and cry. Since when did too much talent become an offensive crime? This confines the culture and that creates a big divide. Indivisible, inexplicable syllables, silhouettes of a civil threat leave the masses miserable. We maximize what is minuscule, then they pour wool over eyelids. I bid to extend the door. I do feed off instrumentals. The instruments you use are inadmissible in the midst of a windless spool. I pull away from normalcy, such an enormous hill to climb. So you incline to fail while I perform the feat. We complain about culture and what it was, but trolls don't create themselves, the public does. Me.
He said trolls don't create themselves, the public does. That's facts. Facts. Honestly.
Do feed off instrumentals. The instruments you use are inadmissible in the midst of a windless spool. I pull away from normalcy, such an enormous hill to climb. So you incline to fail while I perform the feat. We complain about culture and what it was, but trolls don't create themselves, the public does. Media feeds into the fuckery just for buzz. Just because you buzzing doesn't excuse your destructive grudge. I was under the impression that pressing people for clout was the wrong type of message when messages were in drought. But I seen a lot of death, and especially from the south side of Richmond, where they sticking your tombstone in the ground. Young niggas.
Oh, hold on. So, like, he not from Virginia, is he? Is he from Virginia?
For buzz. Just because you buzzing doesn't excuse your destructive grudge. I was under the impression that pressing people for clout was the wrong type of message when messages were in drought. But I seen a lot of death, and especially from the south side of Richmond, where they sticking your tombstone in the ground. Young niggas wave guns and record labels benefit. They profit off the ignorance because they don't have to live in it. They provide the method to market it and distribute it. This exhibits a lack of responsibility, period. The period of following inferior practices is a larger conversation, and it's more than compensation. And it's more than just the dollars, there's a broader complication. If you don't respect the art, there's no more obligation. You can't expect the white-collar suburbanite to understand the urban plight. They just see the perks and hype. They just see the antics and analytics as gimmicks. Another reason to send niggas to prison while they surfing hype. There's a certain type of hell for you demons. When you see him in public, you publicly move and you meet him. But you need him to validate your actions. And this fake democracy is nothing more than a distraction. They gave us a black president to pacify us and lull us to sleep so the next one can wreak more havoc as they advocate for company.
Bruh, I can't stress this enough, man. This man be speaking so much facts, though. This man, like, woke. Like, for real, like, this man woke.
Publicly move when you meet him, but you need him to validate your actions. And this fake democracy is nothing more than a distraction. They gave us a black president to pacify us and lull us to sleep so the next one can wreak more havoc as they advocate for companies to keep dumping money into policies that profit off the meek. You weak ass rappers, you speak ass backwards, you leech off classics so you can eat and keep that status regardless of where you come from. I can peep those tactics, you appeal to dum-dums and the weak drug addicts. My poems are African bones sprinkled on the ocean floor. The transatlantic holocaust and the cost to endure. Slave vessels that's nestled beneath the wind while I reprimand you pawns using Franz Fanon's pen. Wretched of the earth, I reversed the Hermetic curse, but I learned a lot from Lot in regards to that Noah verse. But I'm so immersed in this perverse industry gambit that it's hard to get a grip when they cripple your understanding. Panic at the disco, dinner at Del Frisco's. The food is moving slow like San Luis Obispo. Rest in peace, Jerry. It's scary how niggas violate. Ain't satisfied until they ratify my pious state. God bless the web. Thoughts is acting wild. Get indicted off a light. Whack niggas is back in style. But I back it how? No backing down is your demeanor. How is it superficial if they serve you a subpoena? If you live by the gram, you die by the gram. Thought it was cute till you at odds with Uncle Sam. And you sabotage your life for the price of the raffle. Like that, you went from internet chatter to chattel. While I'm straddling the fence, insensitive or ingenious, I finesse phonetics and demean the king's English. I suppress the way that I really want to address them in the spirit of the culture. If you look a little closer, there's a deep-seated sense of contempt. You're not exempt. Turn up your nose, it flows, and beg to repent. But there's a lot of pent-up fear to end up here. I sense what's near. Your near side of you is askew. Thought it was cool, not to me, I'm a rebel. I can see how they meddle in matters, but me, I don't settle. Try to criticize me on the level. If you keep playing devil's advocate, then to me, you a devil.
Yeah.
You derelicts are determined to be a barrier. We all wearing wires, just check your wireless carrier. I carry on tradition, conditioned to be an abbot. Back in Richmond, niggas carry Iron Man, Black Sabbath. Agatha Christie, you can miss me with the questions. Try to assist me, I would diss thee with inflection. Cause I ain't come this far to jump in his car, so he can take credit for driving me where I'm destined. Definition of grind through repetition and time. My deposition is epic and delicate by design, and a definite reminder of where I stand in society. A reckless outcast, I outclass what they provided me. Surprisingly, I've been separated and branded. They brandish your understanding that's unmistakably candid, and a cancer to the culture, sort of poetic tumor. Rumor has it that they doing damage to the consumer.
Whew.
888, Shameful.
Hey, bro went crazy, man. Listen, hey, that's a lot of heat right there, though. That's a lot of processing, man. Hey, you got mad bars, though. Hey, listen, we're gonna have to rant to him again, man. But listen, like always, man, I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. I'm out.
I'm bad bitch, if she do it, I say so too. Big 40s and a big ass Draco. 3 more millions when you ask how my day go.